I'm not threatening you. Say one more word, and that's 30 days. 30 days.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sovereign Citizens Hall of Fame with your boy TP. Today, we will be courtroom hopping into the courtroom of Judge Claire Jason out of the state of Georgia. This is going to be my first time in one of her proceedings. I am looking forward to how she handles this sovereign citizen before her. And with that being said, guys, without further ado, let's jump into this proceeding.
Good morning to both of you. This case has been going on since May of last year. In this case, Ms. Simmons has an order for $437 a month as the primary payment for child support, and she has a payment of $87 a month as a repay. For my mind is not that efficient to figure out the amount, so let me just put what he's supposed to be paying. 437 plus 87, I think is what I said. All right, the child support payment is supposed to be $524 a month. Looking at my notes over time, both parties were present in June of last year, and then in August of last year, I've given multiple resets. And then he was here October. And then I dismissed the case because you were consistent in October of 2023. Then in August of 2024, she refiled because you stopped making payments. And then I set a Zoom date. I actually issued a warrant for your arrest. But we reset the case because you came in person and indicated that you did not get the hearing notice. I don't usually give second opportunities when I've worked with you for a whole year to get you back on track, and then you just fall off. Generally, that's a problem because you're under an order to pay child support, and I've already given you the opportunity of what I call redeeming yourself. Looking at the order, mom has custody of Abraham, Asher, and Naomi, 3 children. That's not a lot of child support for 3 children anyway, but all right. And so looking at your child support order, it looks like mom was receiving unemployment payments for April. And then when we came to court last month, DCSS said that they saw that you may have had a job and they were trying to see if they could get the child support taken directly out of your paycheck. I reset the case to give you a chance that if there's an income deduction order, I would recall the warrant and let the income deduction order continue to proceed, but there's nothing to date. So last payment mom received was April, I believe. And so that's May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 7 months, 3 kids, no support at all, as what I'm showing. Okay, yes, you can raise your hand. Yes, Ms. Simmons.
I submitted evidence as well. It was something that Mr. Simmons had filed with Superior Court, I believe. So I think they may have it. They said they were going to upload it for you to be able to see it.
Okay, give me one moment. Mr. Keys, Joshua, do you see anything from her that you could forward to me?
Yeah, let me give me 1 second. Hold on. I'll look.
Okay, give me one moment, please. And you sent it to the magistrate court clerks, Ms. Simmons? Okay, give me.
Yeah, they made a copy of it. Yeah, I took it into the office.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm waiting on the information from Ms. Simmons. Ms. Serena Camarillo, is there any update on the information that was sent in on the ID?
Yeah. I'm not sure when the last meeting with the court was, but I can say that on August 22nd, we received a response from an employer via fax stating that he was no longer employed at the location where we had sent the income withholding order to. They said he was no longer employed there as of August 22nd, 2024.
All right, Mr. Simmons, while I'm waiting for Ms. Simmons' information to be sent, mind you, I've already issued the warrant for your arrest, but you can go ahead and explain to me why you haven't paid any child support in the past 7 months. You have to unmute yourself, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm appearing under special appearance exclusively to address the challenge to jurisdiction I request that no substantial matters proceed until jurisdiction clarification is fully resolved over my personal property. For the record, I request that all responses to the questions in my demand for clarification on jurisdiction be fully documented in court record. So a clarification of demand that was sent, that should be filed. That's what you're referring to. Demand for clarification of jurisdiction.
Okay. You have a child support order. Ms. Simmons has a child support order in DeKalb County. You are under an order to pay child support. In the state of Georgia, it is a crime to not support your children for 30 days. The law states that the case should be filed where the mother resides with the children. Ms. Simmons, I'm just going to unmute you. Ms. Simmons, where do you reside at this time?
DeKalb County.
DeKalb County, and where do the children reside?
Yeah, also DeKalb County and Stone Mountain.
And where are they attending school? In what jurisdiction?
DeKalb County, Stone Mountain, DeKalb County.
Okay, thank you. For criminal purposes, I do find I have jurisdiction over you, Mr. Simmons. You are the father of these 3 children. There's an existing child support order for you to pay child support. You're failing to pay the child support. You have not paid child support in 7 months. I'm still waiting, so give me one moment before I proceed. You don't want to explain to me why you're not working, what you're doing. You have 3 children with Ms. Simmons, and you're not making any effort to comply with my order. The jurisdiction is determined that I absolutely have jurisdiction over you because your children are not being provided for by you. The last time we received was some unemployment in April and nothing since then. So there's jurisdiction over you. What else do you want to address, Mr. Simmons?
Your Honor, my demand includes several fundamental questions regarding the nature of the court's authority. I respectfully request the court provide clear answers to these questions before asserting jurisdiction over my personal property. Specifically, is the state of Georgia operating as a corporation or as
Sir, I'm not entertaining those questions.
Yes.
Those are sovereign citizens questions, and I'm not answering those questions. So I'm going to mute you for right now. I have jurisdiction over you. I have jurisdiction over your children. This is an appropriate proceeding. This is a government entity, and I have jurisdiction over our court in DeKalb County have jurisdictions over you. So this is the sovereign citizen kind of thing where people act like they're not, or they present that they're not members of the United States. And yeah, no, sorry, sir. You can present whatever you want in writing, but I've already determined I have jurisdiction. You've appeared in court before. You've never made an issue, so I'm not going to let you try to say we don't have jurisdiction over you. You've appeared multiple times before. All right, so give me one moment.
We looked in the inbox as well as look on the file. We do not see anything on file as far as from Ms. Simmons. Not saying she didn't, but we don't see anything in the actual inbox or attached to her file.
Do you have it already scanned, Ms. Simmons?
Myself, no. They did also stamp it to say that it was received by magistrate court as well. So,
okay, well, you can just tell me what it was. What was it?
Yeah, Mr. Simmons, he submitted something apparently to Superior Court. I received a certified copy of a letter in the mail stating basically that he believed that he should not be liable to pay child support because he did not agree to pay child support. Essentially, he said that he was under duress in having to pay child support. Those are cases of his.
All right. So there are a number of entities out that go and challenge jurisdiction and the things that he's trying to do, reading some script of narrative that the judge doesn't have jurisdiction, and sometimes they say they're not a legal person. And yeah, I'm finding that you are a legal person. You've already appeared before the court, so you can't bring any new argument before the court. I do find that you're intentionally abandoning your 3 minor children. So I am issuing the warrant for your arrest, sir. You can turn yourself into DeKalb County Jail. Ms. Simmons, unfortunately, this doesn't expedite. It's just going to go to court. They will arrest him when it's time. They'll take him into custody, and then your case is going to be transferred to state court. So once your case is transferred to state court, Mr. Simmons, if you are recording this proceeding, I am going to hold you in contempt, and I can issue another warrant for your arrest. You are not to record this proceeding.
I'm not actually recording. My advice is to make sure that this is being represented accurately.
Are
So,
you recording this proceeding, Mr. Simmons? You're
no,
not.
I'm not recording this proceeding at all.
All right, thank you. Well, I was trying to give you an opportunity to explain why you haven't paid child support. You're determined, you tried to address jurisdiction. I find there's jurisdiction over you, your children. So with that being said, sir, a warrant's been issued for your arrest. You're not providing support since April, and you did good. You got off the case, and then you decided to go this route. That's on you. So $2,000 regular bond. Usually I give unsecured judicial releases, but I'm not because it's your second time before court. You can turn yourself in if you choose. If not, then there'll be a warrant outstanding for your arrest, and when they pick you up,
This is okay. I'm making special appearance to actually address the jurisdiction. And so what I'm trying to do is clarify that first. I know you mentioned about jurisdiction, but I'm trying to answer the questions that are in the demand for clarification for jurisdiction. So those questions that was actually submitted, and I'm waiting for you to open.
Oh, that's not me. That's Superior Court. I'm not.
No. I walked it in personally to the magistrate court. I put it in there. The same document she's talking about. I put that.
Okay, sir. You can ask me the questions about jurisdiction. I've already told you I have jurisdiction because your wife and your ex-wife and your 3 children live in DeKalb County under Georgia law. I have jurisdiction over the case. What other question do you have? And because you're the father that birthed those 3 children, you're the one that I find is committing a criminal offense. So a warrant's been issued for your arrest. What question do you have about jurisdiction?
Is this jurisdiction being fully documented in a court of record?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And apart from that, when I mentioned about the request for the court to provide clear answers to the questions before a certain jurisdiction of my personal property, they're written in the clarification for demand that was filed.
I'm not taking any jurisdiction over your personal property, sir. I'm taking jurisdiction over you. And a state court will decide whether or not you're going to go before a judge or jury. So that concludes our hearing, sir. Ms. Simmons, you'll just go to the DeKalb County court, and they will DeKalb County State Court, your case has been transferred. Mr. Simmons has not paid support. Seems like he's not going to pay support. So I would also recommend through child support that you file a motion for contempt, because I'm sure he has the ability to take care of himself. And he sounds to me like he's challenging whether or not these children should be supported by him. So, sir, you could take that up in Superior Court, but for criminal purposes, I've already determined that we have jurisdiction. Okay, that concludes our hearing. Ms. Simmons, if you go to Odyssey,
you do not.
DeKalb County Odyssey, do not unmute yourself without my permission, sir. In Odyssey, you have to track your case. Okay, give it about probably beginning of the year. Go into DeKalb County Odyssey, keep putting his name in until you finally see something come up. And once it comes up, try to go to court if you can to advocate for the child support, because sometimes if mom isn't there, it just makes a difference when moms are active with the court and making sure that the support is provided. And I thought, I don't know, did you have a special needs child? One?
Yes, that's right. Naomi has special needs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry you're going through this, but hopefully you will be able to continue to do the best that you can do with it. All right. That concludes our hearing. All right, Mr. Simmons, you could turn yourself into DeKalb County Jail. If not, there's a warrant outstanding. And when they do a sweep through any different counties, then you'll be arrested and taken into custody. You have a bond of $2,000. And that concludes our hearing. I'll give you one final word if you have a question, Mr. Simmons, but I'm not dealing with jurisdiction questions because I've already determined I have jurisdiction over you. Do you have anything else that you need to say before I conclude the hearing? You can unmute.
I'm here on special appearance.
Okay, thank you. Well, we appreciate your special appearance. You're excused from court. We can go ahead and excuse Mr. Simmons and Ms. Simmons from court, and that concludes our hearing on that case.
Well, guys, we've come to the end of this sad and unfortunate proceeding. I must say that Judge Claire Jason definitely handled her business. She wasn't trying to hear it, wasn't trying to have it. Whatever he tried to throw at her, say, do, she's not with the sovereign citizen nonsense. It's unfortunate to see that he was using the sovereign citizen script, or trying to use the sovereign citizen script, to get out of his responsibilities to take care of his own children, and then to have a special needs child on top of that and be doing this in the courtroom, in spite of what may have happened between him and his ex-wife. Who knows? It's just sad and unfortunate to see, but we see that he has been you know, a warrant has been issued for his arrest, and it's going to be a $2,000 bond. I'm not sure how this works, but I was just wondering, and maybe you guys know, if he does get caught or turn himself in and post that $2,000 bond, would that go to his wife, his ex-wife, and children? I'm not sure how that works, but nonetheless, if there's any updates on this case, I will definitely inform you guys on that. Thank you as always for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Like the video, share the video. It helps us with the YouTube algorithm. And with that being said, guys, this is Sovereign Citizens Hall of Fame. And for now, guys, Sovereign Citizens Court is adjourned. I'll talk to you guys soon. God bless.